Yeah, I'm gonna do it with this headset because I currently my microphone is back in Philadelphia right now. So, but this is the clearest microphone that I got. So,
Okay.
I hope the audience doesn't mind.
Oh, that's fine. We'll do what we can. All right.
Yeah, right.
So, go ahead and get started. Go ahead and introduce yourself, your title, and name of your cartoon.
Well, my name is Dave Sketch Pro Logan, and I am founder and CEO of Sketch Pro Studios. And we're currently working on a project, cartoon by the name of Wizzle Kizzle, the Hizzle Shizzle. It's a
Mm,
mouthful, but I think that households will learn to love it. It's catchy.
definitely. So how do y'all come about, creating this project and the parts of history and how it started?
Okay, so in April 2018, I had broke ties with my career. I was there for 16 years, and I decided to break ways with them to pursue my own career in art. So I opened up my LLC, and that's how Sketch Pro Studios got started. The actual project came about in July, the summer of July 2018. And me and a friend of mine, we always would think of creative things to do, like comic books, certain types of artwork, even streaming and cartoons. And eventually we came up with this idea to create a funny little cartoon about a rapper who travels in outer space with his weird entourage. So, but yeah, we were just busting it up, talking. I introduced him to my LLC that I just opened, and he was excited, and he just suggested that we make a cartoon, and it's been to the races from there.
All right. So, in the future, like, do you plan on voice acting any of the characters, or do you like voice one now?
Absolutely, I plan on voicing the characters, but for right now, I just want to focus on animation and
Hmm.
production right now. So eventually, I will be voice acting quite frequently after I finish, uh, you know, some more of the animation. Right now, I'm just trying to get this pilot together. But yeah, definitely.
So, doing like what you do, what is the lifestyle like behind scenes?
Well, uh, life behind the scenes. Well, this has been an experience for me because like I said, I've been at my previous job for 16 years. So, I living from paycheck to paycheck or with salary or whatever. It was kind of like, it was the normal thing to do. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you earn a paycheck and you pay your bills and all that other stuff. But pursuing your dream is another thing. It's a journey and it's up and down.
I grind hard every day.
It can be exciting at times and sometimes it can be discouraging. But for the most part, it's a fun experience, man. Like I love it. Like it's definitely uh helpful to have people that love and care about you behind you. Definitely very important to have a good support system. That way you have the freedom to pursue whatever you want. And as long as you have people that believe in you, you know, you just keep going forward. But I live and breathe this show. It's like this is something that I invested money into, and I plan to make a return on investment. So I take this project very seriously.
Speaking of that, what would you say was the point for you to be like, okay, this is what I want to do, and I'm not coming back?
Um, I've I've been an artist pretty much my whole entire life. I have I've done almost every medium out there. I've done sculptures, I've done photography, I've done portraits, paintings, oils, everything. But one of the things that I kind of steered away from was animation because I've always been a fan of cartoons, always. But I always thought that you had to get a degree and go to college for it and learn all of these useless things that would probably bore me and deter me from doing it. So nowadays, like, you have programs like Toon Boom and Flash and Animate CC where you can create your own cartoon. So I was like, okay, well, it's one of the things that's pretty much like animated commentary is starting to become pretty big in the market right now. Everybody loves animation, no matter what it's about. Everybody loves it, and there's no. I'm coming to learn that there's no guideline or rules to how you want to animate. As long as you work hard, you can do it. Just keep at it. Just keep working hard at it. And for me to catch on to it, to say, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I it it's something that I always wanted to do. And when I learned that you really don't need a degree, you just need to just keep at it and work hard for it, you'll get it. But it seems like a genre that I could easily like jump into and grab hold of and actually make a career out of it, a business out of it, and actually have a plan out of it instead of just drawing pictures and selling them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It seems more like it just seems like a better route for me to take.
So personally, to you, like, what do you love the most about animation?
Uh, Seeing things move, seeing my pictures actually come to life. That's what motivates me. To see what the past have done. Like, you had all the cartoons from back in the day, like Looney Tunes and Tiny Toons, and all the anime series that we grew up with, and you actually see yourself doing that, and how, like, me being in art, how pretty much my entire life, like seeing that come to life, I think that's dope. Animation has come a long way from flipboard animation. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
just page to page or whatever. Now you can work from home on your computer and just create something that moves. I think that that's awesome. That just motivates me to do it every day.
As far as like the voice actors, would you say like who are the voice actors that are participating in your show?
Well, the main character is a very talented artist from California, named Halo the Saiyan. But he's very talented, and actually, I had started my new Instagram page, and he's been following me from the beginning. And once I started posting a lot of the artwork, just any artwork, but I started posting the artwork for the show, the concepts of the show, and he seemed interested. And we had a few candidates before him,
Mm-hmm.
but he seemed like the most qualified to be the actor for the role. So we just invited him into Discord, and he auditioned, and he did great. And not only that, like, he's very talented when it comes to hip hop and marketing and everything. Dan, who plays Daniel White, he plays Zuzu Fresh from Bangladesh. It's one of our side characters who's the opposition of our main character,
Mm-hmm.
who's Wizzle. We Me and the co-creator came up with the concept of the character, but we we needed somebody to voice it, and Dan just seems like he was the more likely candidate. So, and Dan's not only a voice actor, he's the producer, he's the executive producer. Basically, he just goes out and he arranges people, he manages very well, but he's like my right hand man throughout the whole project, him and the co-creator, of course. But Dan, he's really been showing a lot of effort towards the show. Olivia, she plays Wizzle's number one fan, his only fan. And Nova, and she is a very talented artist. Also, she is very animated, and like her voice talent is amazing. Uh, we have Kyle, which is Wizzle's best friend. He's Kyle. I pretty much met everybody through Dan, but he lives in West Virginia, but he commutes from West Virginia to Ohio. Uh, but he is a producer, he's like a party producer. He manages parties and stuff like that. But he's very animated, and his voice is is perfect for the character that we have set for Wizzle's best friend. He's foul mouthed, he's a free thinker, and he gets people into trouble. So we figured, especially Dan put me onto him, so we figured that he would be perfect for the role. So he got that. My best friend, uh, New Twist. We call him New Twist. He has his own radio station. He's also a radio personality and also a producer in all communications, pretty much TV, radio, everything. Me and him, we grew up together. We always been entrepreneurs ever since we were kids. We were selling comic books out of the house when we were kids. We were selling T-shirts and getting people to sing and starting talent shows and everything. He plays the role of the scientist. He's also everybody is talented that does the voice acting. Everybody, but he fit right into the role. When we had our first auditions, he was the first one to come up with a personality uh, in his voice for the characters. Like he was the first one to manipulate his voice into sounding like something else. And I think that pushed everybody into like really getting their getting their voices in there and getting used to their characters. He's awesome. Uh, we have the bus driver, who is played by my wife, Isha Pill, and she plays the bus driver slash cook alien from that was hired by the antagonist of the show. And basically she plays like the motherly type figure, but she's also a character in her own right. Also, she doesn't just play a role, she is a part of the cast and crew. Kara Kara White, she plays the voice of LJL 1122, which is an android that came back from the future to try to terminate her father, which is Kyle. But she plays an android. I didn't come up with a script, a speaking role for her yet, but Kara has been contributing to the show with her unique writing ability. She's been helping me out, with the production of the show. And I have tons of others that's been helping me, casting crew. We have marketing, we have marketing strategists, we have other animators, and there's all that other behind the scenes stuff, including the investors also.
hmm Like, are there any like dream special guest appearances, like actors that you would like to appear in your show in the future?
Oh, that's a good one. I would love to see Morgan Freeman if he's still alive when this comes out. I would love to see oh man. I really want entertainers involved in this. Not just rappers, but
hmm
everybody from all over. Even if it's a country western singer, I don't care who it is. I really want to combine music with this show because music is the base for this show. Music and creativity. I'm trying to mesh all genres of everything into this show. And this show is pretty much based on creativity. If you can create, then you can overcome anything. as
Right.
long as you believe in it and you put your mind to it. So whoever, I don't care who it is, it could be a nobody from off the street that comes on to this show. Dream person, I would love to have anybody, honestly. I would be honored to have anybody, but we have a casting crew that's just as talented as any other entertainer that's out there. So Morgan Freeman, definitely. Let's get him on. Let's get Morgan Freeman on. I would love for him to play uh maybe the Wizards teacher or something like that. I don't know.
So I know you talked about like yesterday before you had like before this interview, like the conversation you were saying you don't want it to be like the typical like black show. You want it to be like spread out more. Can you expand a little bit more on that?
Well, the one thing that I wanted to focus on is my creativity. There's a whole lot of people that's coming out with their own series, their own cartoon series. There's a lot of like Netflix series out there. You got F is for Family, you got Big Mouth, you have Adventure Time, you have Hilda, you have all these different examples of these shows of people that either want to show you how they grew up, what their past is, or something that's different in creativity, like just giving you like whatever, like they might have dreamed of something and they just wanted to make a cartoon, so they made it a cartoon like with talking clouds and talking rocks and all this other stuff. And it was just like, well, why not? Why can't we have a cartoon where the cast is black, but it doesn't necessarily have to be about them being black? I want the creativity to show, and I want it to show through these characters. It's not about their color, it's about what they provide for our audience. And that's a world of creativity, something different, something that everybody can gravitate towards. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers, but I'm trying to go by what I know and what I grew up with and add some creativity behind that, just like everybody else is. Whether it's a white cast, a black cast, or a purple cast, it shouldn't matter the color of the main character's skin. What should matter is the story, and that's what I'm providing in this show.
Okay, great. That's a great explanation. So like as far as like future, like where do you expect to put this as far as platforms?
I'm looking for the highest bidder, baby. Let's go for that contract. Netflix, Hulu, whoever, because even though I'm putting everything that I have into this show, this isn't the end game. I'm like this is not the only thing that I want to do. I want to use this as a door opener, because there's movies that I want to create. I want to sit back in my house and paint all day. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to provide for my kids and make sure my family is stable. And it's not just for the money. It's just getting my foot in the door so I can have access to more opportunity and access to more people. So like, this cartoon is to show pretty much how hard I can work. And if that lands me a contract and I focus on that in order to try and keep that going, great, I'll do that. But I still want to have access to that entertainment business to where I can pretty much do other things, make other cartoons. And this is, I'm sorry, but this is why I have so much of a staff also, because there's a lot of self-driven, self-motivated people out there that just need a chance. And I feel like I can provide that opportunity, especially by showing my work ethic and making sure that the people that surround me show the same work ethic and just keep pushing. And that's pretty much what this show represents also. Like, we often talk about community and how we need to work with each other more, and I get it, but we also need to give each other that opportunity and give each other that push to say, hey, we can do it. Whether it be a cartoon, it could be dancing, it could be anything. I think that we just need to utilize our creativity to produce something that's huge. And if it lands us a contract, and plus, like, it'll limit us hiring outside influences to manipulate the show or take away the integrity of the show. We already have people that's capable of producing and basically managing the show. So, we keep it close knit.
Mm. So it's like you're trying to build a legacy and an empire, essentially.
Exactly. Yep. I'm trying to build a community.
So like, if you were to give like upcoming voice actor or animator like advice on like as far as like what you do, what advice would you necessarily give them?
Stop listening to outside influences. Do what your passion drives you to do. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not good enough. Don't let the numbers on your YouTube or your Instagram determine whether or not you should keep pursuing anything. Keep at it. Keep working, and it'll eventually come. It doesn't matter how good you are at animating or how good you can draw or how good your voice is. You put that work in, something will eventually come. I look at shows like South Park. Come on, man.
Oh yeah.
South Park is one of the biggest cartoons out there, and those voices are terrible, but they stayed consistent and they stayed true to it. Yeah, the narrative is a little raunchy, and they were one of the first ones to really like say whatever they wanted to, but they didn't let that stop them. They didn't let consensus stop them from pursuing whatever it is that they did. They revolutionized that, saying, screw it, I'm just gonna go for it, and I'm gonna do it, and I don't care who doesn't like it. Keep going. If it doesn't catch on now, it's gonna catch on eventually, but you gotta keep at it. As long as you have enough content, as long as you have content for people to click and watch or whatever, just keep at it. Do not stop because you're not getting calls. Don't do that.
Let's see. Yeah, I think that's all the questions. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, sure. You know what? I think that we have to change the way that we view entrepreneurship and just working, period. I think that we need to start going for our goals and achieving our dreams, like, because this next generation that's coming up, man, they take it in everything like a sponge. I remember, like, back in my generation, like, you had to work, you had to get a job. If you didn't, you're nothing. And now I'm at age 37 pursuing my dreams when I could have been doing it 16 years ago when I started my career at my previous job. I could have did that a long time ago. They had programs and social media out a while ago, and I could have been got started, but I decided to work. But with this next generation now, like, especially like with video games and in the world of social media, you have access to a lot of platforms, and we need to show these kids confidence. We need to show these young adults confidence. We need to teach them that their dreams are achievable. They just got to work for it, and something will eventually come along. And I think that we need to support each other that way. But yeah, that's it, man.
Well, kind of as an offer that, like, because I agree, and like, but a lot of people don't like talk about the other side as far as like the business side. Can you like talk about that and how people like get into like right people, like what should be a good start off as far as like the business, like who should they get?
Research, and that's it. Like, I'm sorry, but you have to read. You got to, like, you have to research. Like, you have to plan out a lot of. And the business side of things gets very discouraging. It does, and it's like climbing a hill, bro. It's hard, but like I said, your overall work ethic, if you invest the time into yourself, into doing what you love, like you'll get that revenue stream. But like it depends on whatever it is you're trying to do. Like for me, like when I first opened up my LLC, I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know how I was going to earn money because, like, you know, I'm so used to hustling. Whether it be airbrushing or drawing somebody's portrait, like I was always getting that quick money because that's what I learned throughout the whole, you know, my entire art career was to, you know, let's hustle. Let's get that quick dollar. $20 for this, $100 for this, $500 for that. It would be a quick buck, but I wanted to change that around to make a continuous revenue stream, not just opening up a store. If I wanted to open up a store to sell my stuff, then I would have to get into real estate. That's a whole nother business opportunity. Yeah, I could open up my own shop, but why would I open up my own shop expecting customers to be there to buy what? A painting or two every month? That's not going to be enough to pay the bills. But if I get into real estate, I could make that return on investment while also gaining nickel and dimes from people buying my products. So real estate is definitely something to look at to really sustain yourself, especially like with like a good revenue stream. But you gotta have a plan in the business side of things. You gotta have a plan and stick to that plan and research everything surrounding that plan, whether it be singing, doing videos, or animating, or even voice acting. Research. See what people want, see how other people are making money off of doing what you do. But research. You can't expect to just do something and then everything just comes to you. That doesn't happen. That's like playing the lottery. You gotta research and invest into yourself. Stop spending your money on stuff that you don't need to spend money on. You know what I mean? Like it's only gonna make you broke. If you can't afford something, don't buy it. And if you're gonna spend that much money on something, then invest it into yourself. Buy a computer and capitalize off of your investments also. If you're going to buy a $1,200 computer, make sure you use that computer until you blow it up to create content or to make your make your music, make videos, make something. If you're going to spend that much money, if you're going to buy a car that's $50,000, that's way above your pay grade, do a Uber, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, do something. Make better decisions with your investments, and instead of just buying clothes to show off or buying the next iPhone because it just came out, or buying those Jordans. If you're gonna buy Jordans, think about the resale value. Research. That's all. That's all. Just do research.
All right. One more question is, where can people find you and your work?
You can find me on Wizzle.show on Facebook. You can find me at Sketch Pro Studios on Instagram. You can check out my YouTube at Sketch Pro Studios on YouTube, and you can also look up Wizzle the Show on YouTube also. And my website, sketchprostudios.com, is temporarily under construction, but that should be up and running in the next couple of months. But feel free to email me at Wizzle the Show at gmail.com for any further questions. But yeah, that's about it.
All right. Hopefully you can like get like another interview in the future, and once you get like start getting on TV and stuff like that, and showcase your show a little bit more and everyone else.
Holla at me. I'm gonna be everywhere, and I help out too. Anybody that helps me, I help them. So look out for videos and commercials of some of the people that I represented. Halo the Saiyan. We're gonna be collabing on a music video, and check him out on SoundCloud too at Halo. It's HA7O the Saiyan on SoundCloud. Check out his album. He's pretty big, man. Check out his Instagram too. Well, we're supposed to be working on a music video in the next couple of months. So, and he's also the main character of my show. So again, check him out. He's pretty dope.